So one of the biggest things I've done for my business over the last 2 years is to build a community around my business who loves me and who wants to buy from me and pay me and all the things. And I want to teach you how you can do that too, because I think it is one of the keys to running a successful online business. One of the things I get asked all the time is, how did you build a Facebook group that's so engaged? Or how do you build up a community who actually cares what you're doing and wants to know what you're doing? And I realized without even consciously doing it that I had done some things to really cultivate a community who wants to be a part of what I'm doing and who cares what I have to say. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to give you all my secrets because that's how I believe in running a business. I like to give my secrets away to you, because you're special. So if you are so excited to learn about how to create a community that loves you and wants to buy from you and hashtag all those things, make sure you hit subscribe and click the thumbs up on this video because I'm excited to bring it to you. Okay, so a couple of years ago, all the rage was starting Facebook groups. And if you're gonna run a business, you need a Facebook group and all of this stuff. And I actually resisted for a really long time. If you listen to some of the episodes of the podcast from 2015, I talk about how I probably will never have a Facebook group. I can't imagine why I need one or why I would want one. And then now I have a Facebook group full of almost 5,000 people, and I love it so much that I just want to dive in face first and just snuggle everybody in there. It's amazing. So during that time when everybody was preaching that you needed a Facebook group, the biggest thing behind it was because it was a community of people who loved you and wanted to hang on to your every word, right? So it was just a group where you were the leader and you were seen that way. And I definitely eventually went on board and created my Facebook group. And I'm happy to say that in a time where a lot of Facebook groups are shutting down or people are like, yeah, you should not have a Facebook group, mine is thriving and super engaged. Now, I don't have the biggest numbers in the world, but it's engaged and people in there know who I am, they know what I do, and usually they're like, okay, give me your PayPal button. I need that right now. On top of the Facebook group, I also have a community of listeners to our podcast who end up joining my Facebook group and or my podcast co-host Jacqueline's Facebook group. And they end up joining our communities because they just want more of us, because they feel like they know us, because they've been listening to us in their car and whatnot. And then the same thing here on YouTube. I've developed a community who comes back and watches my videos when I publish them and really cares what I say. So I'm going to give you 3 ways to cultivate a community who loves you and just wants to be with you all the time. So we don't want to teach you how to get stalkers or anything like that. That would be weird. So anti-stalker way of getting community who loves you. Okay, tip number 1 is to be real with your community. Be real with them. Let them know that you had a crappy day today and you didn't get out of your pajamas, or that you wear slippers. Oh, I can't get my leg up that high. That you wear slippers while you're recording YouTube videos, or that you had a launch and it kind of didn't go as well as you wanted, or that you are literally filming a video a day before it's supposed to go live, or whatever. Be real with your people because people appreciate authenticity. So when you're authentic and you're real and you're not showing that you're crazy and a total hot mess, but you are connecting with them and showing them that you're human just like they are, they're going to connect with you way better. I have people remember some of the strangest things that I've talked about, whether it is that I tell that's what she said jokes all the time, or it's that I did this one thing one time that was really weird and I talked about it on my Insta stories, but they will come back and they will be like, oh, Jessica, you remember that time you did that thing? And I'm like, yes, I totally remember that thing. So be authentic and be real with your people, whether that is sharing your struggles in business, sharing your struggles in life, sharing the good times as well. It doesn't have to just be the bad times, but sharing with them in a way that makes you look like a real person, because spoiler alert, you are a real person. Okay, so number 1 is to be real/authentic. Number 2 is to connect with them in audio or video. So I've talked about this a lot, and that is the know, like, and trust factor, and people have to break through that before they will ever buy from you. They have to know you, they have to like you, and they have to trust you. And the quickest way to do that is by getting in their ears and in front of their eyes. So if you're creating video content or audio content like a podcast, people get to know you really quickly. And especially if you're doing number one and being authentic in conjunction with number two and filming the video and doing the podcast or whatever, people learn really quickly to love you. And they do love you because you're being real and they're seeing your mannerisms and hearing the way you talk and all of that. So number two is to get on audio and or video and or both. And then the third way to create a community who just hangs on your every word and loves you so much is to really be invested in them and what they need and making sure they know it. So one of the big things I do in my Facebook group specifically is I will call out people and be like, hey, I remembered that you had that launch you had going on. Like, how did it go? Or, oh, go check out so-and-so's new video they did on YouTube. Or, go see this girl's thing she did. It's amazing. And I will be sure that I know them to the point where I know what they're doing in their business and I can make sure I ask them how it goes. So they actually feel like I care because I do care. I can't fake that. So you want to care about the people and you want to care about them in a way where they can tell that you really do care and it's not like a show or a put on of any sort. A couple of ways to do this besides just calling them out is, if you are encouraging engagement in your group and you're saying hey, what did you have for dinner tonight? Let's talk about this. I don't have anything for dinner to eat tonight and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And you're using unconventional ways to pull people out of the woodworks and be engaged in your group or your community of some way. Then when you do Facebook Lives or when you do YouTube Lives or whatever, and you see that familiar name on your live stream, you can say, hey, oh my gosh, how was so-and-so, or how was what and what? You can make them feel really good because you know who they are. When your audience knows that you know who they are, that feels so good to them. They get all warm and fuzzy. So make it a community where they can tell that you care because you do actually care. So if you're the type of personality who just doesn't care about other people, you probably shouldn't have a community. Just saying. Now, I want to tell you something really fun. A new community that I have, that I'm launching, that I want you to be a part of because I do all three of these things. And I promise I will be as real as possible with you. I will give you video and audio, and I will care because I do care. I just today launched something called VIDfluential U. Now, VIDfluential U is a new membership experience that's going to take you through the journey of really incorporating video into your marketing strategy. Whether you want to incorporate video on YouTube or Facebook or do lives or do pre-recorded video for courses or whatever, this community is going to help you do that. There are courses involved, so you can learn the tech and the strategy. There is a community involved so you can get feedback and get my eyes on your business, and I want you to join. It's like a thing. I want you to join VIDfluential U, and if you join today, you get special founding member bonuses. So go to VIDfluentialu.com, which is also linked below in the description, and join us. Because there's already so many people in there. After just a couple of hours of the doors being open, I cannot wait to see you inside this new community of mine and see how you thrive in using video in your business and see how I can help you figure all this stuff out. There will be new courses published very regularly, as well as monthly Q&A calls, monthly hot seat calls, and a monthly bonus video training just for the members. So if you've heard about Patreon here on YouTube, it's kind of like that, but on steroids, and it's amazing. So if you want more content from me and you want me to film special videos just for you to teach you how to do the things, you should probably come join. So VIDfluentialu.com, and until next time, hit subscribe. Bye, y'all.